Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another What I Eat in a Day. Now, if you saw my last What I Eat in a Day, this video is full of a lot like lighter foods. Don't worry though, I did manage to have my pregnant lady treat as well. I know you guys really like these videos, so I'm excited to share this with you. Literally all the food that I ate on this day was so good, so I really hope you enjoy it. If you do enjoy it, please give this video a thumbs up. It not only, as usual, lets me know what you like seeing, but it's also a way for you to support my channel in the algorithm, and at that point you're already halfway done entering today's giveaway. So check my info box for all of the information on that. By the way, before we hop right in, I'm super excited because if you have been following my channel for the last year, honestly, you know that I have been planning on releasing merch, and I've worn it and shown it a bunch in videos, but it hasn't been out until this last week. And so finally the merch is for sale, and this is a collaboration I did with a clothing company called Barnabas Clothing. I'm super excited to be partnering with them on this for so many reasons, everything from the quality of their clothing to the people and the mission behind the company. So I really hope you guys love the pieces. Thank you to everyone who has already purchased from the collection, and don't forget, I do have a code for you guys that you can use to purchase any of my pieces or anything else on the website. So if you use this code, you will get 10% off of your purchase. So I will have that linked in the info box, but I'm just super excited after months of telling you guys in the comments, like, coming soon, that it is finally out. So with that being said, let's hop right in. So on this morning, I was craving a smoothie, and I was craving a weirdly specific combination of ingredients. Oh, by the way, guys, at the top of this video, can you guys tell a difference in my sound? I really hope you can. I get sassy comments from people about my sound. I'm like, I know it's not great. And finally, I put the work in and set up my new microphone, and that's what I'm recording on right now. So I hope you guys like it. So yeah, as you guys saw, I put frozen banana in the smoothie. I added a handful of baby carrots, which I think baby carrots are so good in smoothies. Like, as I'm doing my voiceover for the smoothie, I'm actually craving it again. So then I cut up an apple that I had in the fridge. I love apples. I feel like apples last forever, and they're good for so many things. They're just always like a good standby fruit to have. That was kind of a random rant about apples. But then I took my Vital Proteins collagen powder and I added a scoop of this in there as well. I'm taking collagen very purposefully during my pregnancy to get an extra protein, and then I added a dash of coconut MCT oil, and I like adding this combination of like some fat and protein to the smoothie because otherwise it would pretty much just be entirely like sweet and fruit and carb-y. And by adding these other ingredients, I feel like I'm rounding out my nutrition, and depending on whose research you believe, I also think that adding those ingredients in helps to slow like the spike of blood sugar. Super yummy. If you've never put carrots in your smoothie, I highly recommend it. So I also decided I wanted a piece of avocado toast on this morning. So I toasted up some of our favorite fresh sourdough bread that we pick up at Milk and Honey here in Nashville, and then I spread some avocado on top. Squeezed a little bit of lemon juice. Then I took some of this goat cheese mixed with honey that I had, and I put that on top of my toast as well. By the way, I get a lot of questions about my use of soft cheeses during pregnancy. I am personally okay with it. I am not a doctor or nutritionist of any kind, but I will be making a video explaining kind of what I am following during pregnancy because I get a lot of questions. Then I added some red chili pepper flakes and a little drizzle of organic extra virgin olive oil, and then some chunky sea salt, which I get questions about all of the time. It is linked in my info box, and look at this toast. It is, in fact, as good as it looked. So for lunch on this day, I made my way up to my tower garden. Then I made my way back downstairs to make a salad. So I had some butterleaf lettuce from Costco because I wanted to continue to let my greens on my tower garden grow. So I cut that up, and then I chopped up my cilantro, and then I cut the heads off of my green onions, which I did regrow from the grocery store. So I just bought them like at the grocery store, but you'll notice there are roots on the bottom. And I've said this a million times, but if you stick those in water and then put the little cup in the light, the roots will grow and the greens will actually regrow a bunch of times actually. So as you can see, I chopped up my cherry tomatoes and my jalapenos and spring onions. And then I cut a lemon in half. Dan had actually grilled me up some wild caught Alaskan salmon that we had picked up at Costco. And so I put that all over the salad after it had cooled down a little bit. Then I squeezed a ton of the fresh lemon juice on top of the salmon, which I think makes it taste amazing. Then I went back in with the goat cheese. I love goat cheese so much. And I broke it up into little pieces and put it all over the salad like so. And then I took, in my opinion, the star of this meal, and that is my fresh chimichurri sauce that I made in my last day in my life video. And I said that it was Armenian, and it is definitely not Armenian. It is Argentinian. I was so close with the letters, guys. But this stuff is so good on literally everything. So after I put that on top, I added a little bit of my homemade balsamic vinaigrette, honey Dijon dressing stuff that is so good. And then I topped it off with a little bit of chunky salt as well. Yes, this salad is not only as good as you think, but actually, I'm not kidding, it turned out better than I thought it was gonna be. It was so good. And then I had a side of some organic raspberries. My lunch was amazing, but we are going to interrupt this programming now to show you today's pregnant lady food and craving. It has been Five Daughter Cronuts in the flavor The Purest, which is like a vanilla bean glaze. I have also been loving their twin croissants as well. Oh, it's just unbelievably good. On this day, I was craving chili, and I just got a new shipment in of my Frontera chili starter, which is so good in my opinion. It's their black bean chipotle flavor. And so I poured that in the crock pot, added a little bit of water to the jar, not only to make my chili more liquidy, I like my chili soupier, but also just to use all of the flavoring and get it into the crock pot. And then I diced up my orange and yellow bell peppers that I had picked up from Costco. Actually, I think I picked these up in my last video, my day in my life. So another plug for my day in my life video if you missed it. Then I transported all of my peppers to my crock pot. And then I put some diced up white sweet Vidalia onions in the mix as well. And also I chopped up my mushrooms, and then I found another way to use a sweet potato from my garden. If you've seen my last few videos, you know we harvested tons of sweet potatoes. And even though I found out from you guys that apparently these are going to last pretty well throughout the winter if I store them properly, I'm still like excited and just want to eat them. So I keep thinking of all of these ways that I could use my sweet potatoes. And so on this day, after we had scrubbed the sweet potato, I chopped it up into little pieces to throw into my chili. Next up, I threw in some chopped up baby carrots. I had a lot of baby carrots from Costco I wanted to use, and then I took a ton of fresh garlic and I crushed that into the mix as well. I love garlic so much, but I just want to throw out there, if you're someone that uses pre-crushed refrigerated garlic, I want to encourage you to change that habit, because literally fresh garlic tastes completely different than the pre-crushed garlic, in my opinion. So just throwing that out there. Then I threw in the rest of my red lentils that I had in my pantry. And then Dan convinced me to add some organic bison that we had from Costco. Now, I had actually never made chili with this Frontera starter with meat. I tend to make my chili vegetarian, but as I've mentioned before, I am trying to eat more high quality animal protein products during my pregnancy. But yeah, Dan stirred up the chili while I added salt and pepper, and then I let it cook for 4 hours. And then that was my chili. And guys, oh, it was so good. The Frontera stuff seasoned the meat perfectly as well. I was wondering if it was going to be enough because, like I said in the past, it had only been veggies, but it definitely was. Now, that being said, even though it was quote unquote enough, I still had to add my chili toppings because I love like dairy on top of my chili. I think the flavor combination of the cooling dairy, and you'll see something else that I add, which is probably not going to surprise any of you. I just like the flavor combos. So on this night, Dan was having the chili as well. And so I scooped him a bowl, and then I grated us some of this cheddar cheese from Costco and pulled out this sour cream. And then this is the like not surprise ingredient, but I squeezed more lemon juice in. By the way, a lot of you guys have been asking me if I'm ever gonna get a lemon tree, and I actually have a lemon tree. It's just never fruited. It's never flowered to grow any lemons yet. So hashtag pray for my lemon tree. I want to have faith in it, but it hasn't done anything yet. And I know I use so much lemon. Then I oh so gracefully scooped in some sour cream. I don't know why that song just popped into my head. Like, she's beauty and she's grace. She's Miss United States. That's me as I'm drizzling on cheese gracefully onto the chili. Let me tell you though, everyone, this chili was so good, and I actually ended up eating it like 3 nights in a row for dinner, which is not common for me to have the same thing over and over. Sorry, none for you, Bowser. So yeah, that is it for this video. If you missed my recent videos, I did a maternity clothing haul showing you guys everything that I've picked up to last me through my pregnancy. And then also, as I mentioned in this video, I did a day in my life. Don't forget to enter today's giveaway. And also I'll link my merch as well as my Patreon down in the info box if you want to see some bonus exclusive content from me over there. And I will hopefully see you guys back here soon with another new video. All right. Bye, guys.